Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
Ball up to the 35.
All right, so we got cover 3. I need to get Ishmael into the slot as soon as I can.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
I hate when they do that shit, man.
Sets him up better for 3rd down.
Is he gonna sell out to stop this?
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Gurley again here on 1st down.
Come on, 62.
No room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Oh my God, I threw it to the wrong guy. Whew, I got lucky. Tell me that was the cover 2 I was looking for also. Oh my God, it was. No.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk
Go
about
Pop.
that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
I get some motion there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run.
Let's go, Pop. Let's go, Pop.
For a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there.
I can't hold you, Pop.
Number 13 touchdowns now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Yeah.
Down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
All right, we got to stop Sayers.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A run, this is Sayers. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. 27 yards there.
All right. We're going to bring the heat every time now. No more fucking playing. That's what we're going to do. We'll see the heat every play.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. They'll run with a Hall of Famer.
Come on.
The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 36 yards on the play.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to
yes, sir!
And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him
about to get me in trouble, boy.
He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stay home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And it's second down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And again, it's Mahomes. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They run with Sayers. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Sayers. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Jackson is going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here, babe.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. On the give, this is Sayers. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now Jackson. Hey, right on cue. They set up the screen and complete it. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. Well, they took your advice from a bit earlier, tried the screen, but that one, it was covered up pretty well.
They did a nice job on it, but I still think it was the right idea. Probably just a block or two away from making it work.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Now a handoff looking right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been...
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 57, Mike. Mike 57. Check right, check right.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he dropped it about the 11 after only a yard. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Gurley out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Butker's kick here is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reaction to those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Yellow. Check.
Now Mahomes.
Come on.
Throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Butker able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You've got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now Jackson on first down and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
Okay. Thank you for telling me. Look at that.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson is going to float this one deep right side.
Oh, he got him. God damn, he got me.
A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop them with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. Throwing on second down. Mahomes, nowhere to
You got that sack off. You got to be kidding me. Oh, my God.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game.
Fucking Nano got me. God damn it.
Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
All right, I got an idea on defense now.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try a toss here with Sayers. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Kill. Check 13. Check 13.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. They get it to Sayers on the screen. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage, but in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake.
Coming this way, here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. They try right side here, Gurley. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, he's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he comes back with one complete. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Check. Lucky. Watch the safety. Wide. Get wide. Tighten up.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And it is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Ray. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
22's coming. 22's coming. You don't want nothing. You don't want nothing. You don't want to see me. You don't want it.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. He'll try, but I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Going to give this time to the tailback. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Gurley. And on the run. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Todd Gurley, 77 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease.
Don't be mad, Uchi. It's all good, baby.
And he's still going.
AFC West is mine, bruh.
We looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
The AFC West is mine, dog.
Post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play.
Just know that the AFC West is mine, bro. Promise you.
This is taken at his 4.
I'm not gonna lose another game this year.
Take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check 26, check 26. Slam, slam, yeah. Check the backer. Switch it, switch it. Switch it.
Jackson now to throw again. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jackson on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
You better bring it. Like 22, he's coming 25.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
He's coming, double up. Ball shot.
Here's Jackson. Gonna throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. In for the score. And the Raiders get a score closer.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a... And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 31 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Again, they run with Gurley. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and that the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Jackson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Tack McKinley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 19. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. On 2nd and inches, Jackson flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Jackson on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Eluding the pressure right. Now in desperation. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. From the gun, Jackson dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Check hot route. Hot. Hey, switch gears. Check 4.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Mahomes going to throw. And pressure gets to him again. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge. It's almost...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
These two. Attack. 15. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check. From there. Check the hurry. Check. Crunch.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
My name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop. When I drop, look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Murder beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coupes. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Leave it in the street.
It's Gurley power. It's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Todd Gurley, fresh off a standout performance a week ago, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Oakland Raiders. So with that, let's get out to the East Bay and Oakland, California. On the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway. In week 13. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So here comes the Raiders offense now. By the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago. where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
To throw on 3rd down, Jackson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Jackson, it's caught, Smith. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs. First down, Mahomes rolling to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Being chased out left. Wide open receiver, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. And not liking what he's seeing here, Mahomes is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
I got it. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Through.
Mahomes now on first down. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Mahomes now to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Second quarter from Oakland, the home standing. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw, it's Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Mahomes firing complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. He's going to take off with it.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. That one goes for 24 yards. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. To try again after the sack. Mahomes steps away to his left. His throw incomplete. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot. Mahomes now on first down, forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Mahomes being chased out left. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The end result, 21 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run. The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
22 yards there, a first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
Got to give credit to both defenses because they've been able to keep the points down. And despite that incompletion, I like the way he's playing. He's putting up decent numbers. What he has to do, find a way to make that sound read and hit that one home run before this one's over.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The rookie first-rounder, Jonathan Abram, there to knock it away. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the second half. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now here's Mahomes being chased out left. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown.
Let's go!
Under 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. He's got his man on the crossing route. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
50.
6 man.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Buying time to his left. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Abram able to make the play defensively. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And not liking what he's seeing here, Mahomes is going to call a timeout. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes forced out to his left. Wide open receiver complete. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. From midfield, here's Mahomes being chased out left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Steps away to his left. That is caught at the 7. 25 yards that time. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Buying time to his left. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll look to throw now on first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
Now, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Dancing to his left. And And his throw's going to be incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
First and goal, Kansas City.
Mahomes going to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket.
Check 26, check 26. Slam, slam, slam.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. He's got his man on the crossing route. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it, being chased out left. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Chiefs, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Staying like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple C-rolls, like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get straight in it. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I'm better kill them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a thing with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop you looking bleak now? I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find it so she fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go in. Run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no